I reckon you should play
Dan, do you know what's going on? Do you know where he is?
I reckon you should play something.
You reckon?
Yeah, do it.
That's a good idea, actually. Let's do it. Let's FaceTime Luke. Luke, hey, you realise you're supposed to be at Church Chats right now filming? Are you not coming?
It's not. Dan said like 4:30 or something.
Yeah, daylight savings. Do you not move your clock? Are you serious?
I'll be there in a second.
Yeah, be quick, please. All right, see ya.
Dan. Hey man, what's up? Yeah, I know. I don't know what. I didn't change my alarm, or my clock didn't change, and I'm trying to get there as quick as I can. I just don't know, I feel really bad. I don't know if Lauren's frustrated at me or... I know the guests are waiting now, so I'm really sorry, man, but I'll be there soon. Sorry, guys.
Hey everyone, welcome to Church Chats. This is Lauren and
I'm Luke.
Today we'll be interviewing someone very special, but we'll get stuck straight into it because Luke was running a little bit late today. But do you want to tell us a little bit about who we are interviewing?
Yes, we're going to get stuck straight in. Thank you for that intro, Lauren. Tegan Philip. She is a good friend and a wonderfully talented human being. You're going to find out a little bit more about her story in just a second. So let's get to it.
Let's do it.
So guys, we have another special guest with us this week on Church Chats, and that is Tegan Philip. Tegan, welcome.
Oh, thanks for having me.
No worries. Thanks so much for jumping on board. I know there's been so much going on in your life as of this whole year, really. And
yes.
I'm keen to hear a little bit about some of that. But before we get stuck into the finer details, can you tell us a bit about yourself and what you do for work and where you've grown up and a bit about your life?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I was born in Geelong and grew up in Anglesea. I spent 20 plus years living down there and have a younger brother and a younger sister. We all like to play sport. My parents played sport as well. So I am actually a professional netballer and I'm up in Queensland at the moment playing in the hub up here in the Suncorp Super Netball competition. So I'm very lucky to be able to play the sport that I love as my job. And I've been doing that since 2010. So this is my 11th season.
Awesome. So good. 11 years. That's epic. And who are you playing for?
I play, yes, for the Melbourne Vixens, and I play the position goal attack goal shooter.
Nice. In my mixed netball days, goal attack was the only position I would play. So following
it's a
your
good
footsteps.
spot.
Yeah, agreed. I know that some of you guys watching actually in the congregation may know of Tegan. If you don't know Tegan, you might know Tegan's husband, Joshi, who Joshi and the fam actually attended Mill Park Baptist for years ago. So there's a bit of a connection there to the church. But outside of work, Teags, can you tell us a bit about maybe some of your hobbies and interests aside from netball?
Yeah, well, living in Geelong now, I love to go to the beach, and we have a dog, German Shepherd Cross Kelpie, and his name's Mac, and he absolutely loves going to the beach as well. So just, heading down to the beach, getting out, seeing friends when we're obviously allowed to do those things. And I love a good movie, especially on Netflix. I like to spend my time doing that. And I've kind of started a new little hobby this year, thanks to COVID, and that is crocheting. So I have actually crocheted a few beanies, which, now everyone in who I was living with in our house in Geelong has a beanie now because they wanted one. So that's kind of a little thing that I've picked up. I also like to cook and obviously like to have people over to cook for. But in lockdown, I was kind of trying some new things and seeing what I could come up with in the kitchen.
Awesome. I like it. That's actually, I think a couple of our guests that we've had have taken up crochet.
Yeah, it's very common, isn't it?
I know.
Yeah, I've noticed that as well.
Is it something you ever saw
Someone
yourself
at
doing? Or?
our church has a little business, so that's why she got me into it.
Yeah, nice. I don't know if I'll be giving that one a go. I did tell our viewers that I might give it a go last time, and that hasn't happened. So I'm not going to lead people to believe in something that's not going to be true. Anyway, moving on. I know you've obviously touched on it a little bit, but with COVID, like you're in Queensland now and you've been there for quite a while, but I think there's a number of professional sports around the place that, around the world really, that have had to adapt at a time like this. What's that looked like for you, and what sort of challenges have come with that?
Yeah, it's been pretty crazy actually, or like the year in 2020 anyway, but in the sporting world, we obviously went into that first lockdown and we were training at home, and they distributed as much equipment as they could so we could still be doing our sessions and training individually, which included Zoom court sessions in our driveway. That's what we called them. So they were slightly entertaining. We'd all set our cones up where they needed to be and be watching the screen to find out what we needed to do, and then we'd go out and do it, then we'd come back. So that was a bit of a laugh, but, we had a good time there, and then we were able to train together. So that kind of went into pre-season 2.0. And obviously lots of restrictions came in, and we had to be, really diligent in what we were doing and how we were training and what we were allowed to do to be able to conduct training. And then we were on hold for quite a while to see whether our season would actually take off this year. And eventually we were going, and then we weren't going, and then we were going, and we were going to New South, and then we were going to Queensland. We really had no idea, and we'd actually pretty much packed and thought we were going, and we weren't. So we were waiting patiently. We were getting COVID tests because we needed to be clear before we were allowed to leave. And finally, I think we got a text message on a Saturday morning saying we're flying out tomorrow. So we were lucky enough to be packed and knew that we were going, and we had to, both us and the Collingwood Magpies had to fly into Queensland and go straight into quarantine for 14 days. So our stay in the hub up here has been a lot longer than all of the other teams because we were the two teams that had to quarantine. So, that's kind of how our season eventuated, I suppose, and how COVID impacted us to get going.
Yep. I was going to say that I'm a little jealous that you're spending your time up in nice, warm, sunny Queensland, but at the same time, like, there's so many sacrifices that you have still made to continue going. I think of like whether it's netball, footy, whatever it is that's going on. I know there's a lot of people stuck in Melbourne at the moment that are just like holding on to those things for, something just to enjoy watching. And so it's been a lot of sacrifice. So thank you for that.
That's okay. We've had lots of support from back home, which is really encouraging for us.
Yeah, thanks for sharing so far. It's nice to hear a little bit of background about what you do and who you are. But getting straight into it, I guess, a little bit deeper. Can you tell us a little bit about, how and when you became a Christian?
Yeah, so I grew up in a Christian family. So I've always gone to church, and I never really wavered from that or had a period of time where I decided I didn't want to go. But I don't also have a date that I was like, this is the day that I, gave my life to Christ, and I really remember it. And my story is a bit different. It just kind of happened. It was more of a gradual experience, I suppose. I put my hands up in times in church because my friends did. So I probably didn't fully grasp the situation or those experiences like other people were. I got baptized when an opportunity came to church where they were doing a few other people, and I was like, yeah, I want to do that, definitely. And I did that, and I still remember that day. I just, still stood strong in my faith. And obviously in the sporting world, there's can be lots of challenges that you face being in those kind of club environments. But, you know, still stood strong in what I believed. And it can certainly be tricky at times, but at school it was probably something that I didn't vocalize a lot or kind of hit on the side, you know, what are you doing on Friday night? Or I didn't really tell them I had youth group, or what was I doing on Sunday? Didn't really tell them I was going to church. So I kept those things quiet. And it wasn't until probably getting, you know, older into secondary school where I was hanging out with other Christian friends at school, where I started to feel a bit more comfortable and didn't feel like I needed to hide my faith because of what other people might think. And now I am, you can't get me to stop talking about it if the conversation starts. So I absolutely love opportunities to chat about my faith and my experiences and try and answer questions that people might have. I wish I had way more knowledge than I do, but, just pray about those situations and give them over to God and, know that he'll be working in those areas. But that's pretty much a snapshot of my journey or experience, as a Christian.
Yeah, so cool to hear how God just puts those things and people and places just to set you up for life. I guess the professional sporting world is hard to. I feel like it would be hard to be a Christian in. So it's cool how God's just been setting you up for that. But just following on. Can you tell us a little bit more about your faith journey and I guess any pivotal moments or influential people that have impacted that?
Probably some of the girls at school when I went to Christian college in Geelong, and I had some really close friends that were also Christians, and I think that kind of opened my doors opportunities for me to be heading into Geelong. Growing up in Anglesey, there was obviously went to Anglesey Primary School, went to Anglesey Baptist Church, and there was a really small cohort of us, and no one really my age either, so they were either older or younger. And so, the opportunities, making new friends who were Christians and kind of heading into Geelong and getting involved in different events that were happening in there really probably, opportunities or times that I cherish and really appreciate. And that probably helped grow my faith a little bit as well. So that's probably one of the main ones, that I've had. And we were lucky quite a few years ago, the Melbourne Vixens, when I was playing, actually got a chaplain involved in the club. And that was super exciting for me because being the only Christian in pretty much all of the teams that I've played in, I just felt like there was that little bit of extra connection for me or opportunities where I could share different situations or, we could be on the same page about things. So I, really appreciated that time for those couple of years that the Vixens had that chaplain.
Yeah, awesome. And just, following from that as well, how have you found it being in netball, playing netball, having the spotlight and being a Christian? How have you found that? Have you found that people have been receptive or, how have you found it?
Yeah, reasonably good actually. The girls are super supportive, so they all know and they have always known that I, am a Christian and have certain beliefs, and I love it when they ask questions, no matter how small or big those questions are. Try and jump into those conversations, and super respectful of that, which is really nice and encouraging for me. It's just it's pleasant. But even there were times early on I'm using my social media, obviously having quite a larger fan base that are netball supporters, like. What does it look like if I'm posting about my faith on there and will I, what impact that might have? And I suppose I just decided to back myself and obviously pray about those things first. And because, every time I take the court, I thank God for the opportunities that are given me, and I pray for him to present further opportunities where I can share my faith or be the difference that, this not the standout, but there's something different about me than everyone else, and that's because I am a Christian. So I, just pray that he uses me in the ways that he would like to while I'm in this position.
Awesome. Hey, I know this isn't this is relevant to everyone that would be watching and yourself as well, but no matter like what I guess, profession we have or situation we're in, like there are always going to be opportunities where we can share our faith with others. But I guess for yourself, I know from myself, it's a more unique workplace than your 9 to 5 office job. But have you had any specific moments, I guess, where you've really, like, you can look back on and remember a time where you've been able to share your faith with someone, with the platform that you've got?
The one time I did actually get the girls to come to church, so they came down and stayed in Geelong, and yeah, I think it was over Easter, so cooked and brekkie, and then up we went and attended church, which I don't know, it was a while ago, but it was like a pretty big highlight of my experience to be able to have them be that receptive and come and attend, and not that they go to church now, but I think it was just an awesome experience, or insightful for them to see a part of my life that's important to me and what I do. So I think that's one of the ones that I'll certainly remember, and then hopefully just those extra little conversations that I've had along the way.
That's great. I feel like it's so much of what we do is about planting the seed, and like just being obedient, and that's an example of that. So that's cool to hear. Another question for you. Now, this is a big one. Firstly, before I get into it, like, congratulations, because I believe this may or may not be your final year playing.
Congratulations.
Thank
you just like tell us a bit more about that and how you've come to that decision, for one, and kind of like what's involved with that for you? So looking forward, what does your life sort of look like in the near future?
Yes, so obviously I've been playing for 11 seasons now at the Vixens, and at the end of last season, chatting to Josh, decided to go around again, and then we'd have the conversation and see how we were feeling, whether I wanted to re-sign or not. And, I think he knew and I think I knew, and we had little conversations, held off, and then finally decided about a month ago, all right, this will be my last season. For lots of different reasons. Obviously, I travel from Geelong, and that highway, I mean, it's fun to drive up and down, but six times a week is pretty full on, and I've been doing that for such a long time now. And then the off season, I enjoy a little bit more each year. The pre-season starting is always a little bit harder each year. So I just think those things highlight that my body is getting older, and every year playing is a little bit harder and tougher on the body with the knees and the ankles. And I think just the life stage that we're in as well. I'm excited to have netball not dictate what I do or what we do, and that now, Josh has been so supportive, or my whole family and my friends have been so supportive in what I do, and have supported me in all the sacrifices that I have had to make. Now I'm just excited to be able to support them, support things that Josh wants to do, and have our life, go down a different journey of our life that isn't dictated by netball.
Once again, like, just so many sacrifices that would have been made over those 11 years, and great memories for sure, but so much more to look forward to still. So that's epic. Congratulations again on that.
Thank you.
If you had to pinpoint maybe one or two of your favourite memories through your netball career, can you let us in on some of those?
Yes. Okay. On court is just the year of 2014, really. So that was the year the Melbourne Vixens won the premiership, which was the last year we won. I also was lucky enough to get MVP that game. It was the year I was selected into the Australian team for the first time and debuted at the Commonwealth Games, and also won the Commonwealth Games gold medal at the end of that. So that, just in a snapshot, is one of my favourite years, biggest highlight for me. Which is pretty cool.
That is amazing.
That's awesome. And at the time of this interview, though, like, I don't know when exactly what would be streamed, maybe in a week or two, but your season is still alive after yesterday. Where are the Vixens currently at?
We are in the grand final. So we have 2 weeks now, or a week off anyway, where they'll play the prelim, and then we'll be playing on October 18th in the grand final up here in Queensland.
That's awesome.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck to all of us.
Hey, we just got a little bit changing pace a little bit here. We've got a couple of questions, and what we want from you is just to either give us a one-word quick answer.
Yeah, I love it.
Or to, in as fewer words as possible, get stuck into it. So
I'm ready.
first one is, if you could play any other sport at the elite level, what would it be?
AFL.
Sweet or fair call. Sweet or savoury?
Savoury.
Beach or mountains?
Beach.
Your favourite food?
Pizza.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Scrunch or fold?
Or fold.
Yes.
Oh, do you scrunches?
Oh, seriously. And what would you say is your most annoying habit?
Okay, look. Apparently I snore, but like I wouldn't know. So
Yeah, it doesn't affect you. So what's it matter? No.
It's not my annoying habit.
Exactly. And last one, if you could meet anyone dead or alive, it can't be Jesus though. Who?
Yeah, of course.
Who would you meet?
Like Roger Federer. Because he's just awesome, isn't he?
I love Roger.
Love that.
Awesome. Well, just to finish up, is there anything in particular that we as a church can be praying for you and supporting you, I guess during this transition and for the rest of the year?
Yeah, definitely the transition. I suppose I don't really have anything locked in after this netball season and what I'm going to do. So just probably a bit of guidance and opportunities to, see what I can be doing next year. That would be amazing. Thanks, guys.
Not a problem. Thank you so much again, Tegan. I loved
okay.
the time chatting to you.
Thank you so much. That was great.
Excited to see what's to come next for you and Josh and the fam.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you.
How good was that, guys? Tegan Philip, such a legend, so much that she's experienced and that we've just heard. So thank you, Tegan, again for that. I know, guys, that, things are starting to look on the up here in Melbourne slowly, and we had a little encouragement for you. So Lauren, take it away.
Yeah, I just wanted to leave you guys this verse as there's possibly an announcement this week. Hopefully it'll be great, but we're not sure. But just want to leave this, these words of comfort for you guys. So this is from Romans 8, verse 18. It says, "For I consider that the sufferings of this present time are not worth comparing with the glory that is to be revealed to us." So just some encouragement to look to Jesus, look to the future, as we know that our future is completely in God's hands, and just to find joy in that as well. So thanks guys for tuning in. We'll see you next time.